What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Game Night YouTube channel. In today's video, guys, we're doing a playthrough of Cozy Oaks by Peter Jink. We're going to be doing the solo mode variant once again. I have several other playthroughs of Cozy Oaks on the channel, so be sure to check those out if you want some more Cozy Oaks. And let's go ahead and hop into it, guys. We're playing on the hardest difficulty in the game today. It's called Sandy Farm. So we're going to need to get 18 hearts in order to win the game. 18 friendship hearts. Everything else stays the same, but we're just going to need to appease more villagers in order to earn their affection and get those hearts in order to win the game. So I'm going to go ahead and set the rulebooks off to the side here, and we're going to get into it, guys. I'm excited. I haven't tried on this hardest mode yet. This is going to actually be my first time trying this, so you guys are going to get to experience this with me for the first time, and we'll see how it goes. I think it's going to be pretty difficult. I haven't gotten 18 before in any of the other playthroughs I did. Obviously, I wasn't necessarily going for it. I think 16 might be the highest that I got. So, I think it's definitely doable on this first try. We'll see, especially because I've played the game a few times now. So I kind of have my bearings here, in Cozy Oak. So I think we can maybe pull it off. But honestly, if we don't, it's okay. It'll be cool because it'll be like a challenge that we need to keep trying at in order to complete. So it's going to be fun either way, basically. So let's go ahead and get all the decks of cards shuffled up. And we're going to see what we can do here, guys. We're going to see what we can get done. I have no plan going into this, obviously. We need to see what the first couple of villagers that we're going to get are going to be. And then we can kind of tell what direction we want to go in from there, what skills we're going to want to upgrade and things like that. So let's go ahead and get all of these mixed up here. There we go. If you have the game and you're curious about what sleeves I use, because I get questions about what sleeves I use all the time, I am using the mini sleeves from the Game Crafter. So you can go to thegamecrafter.com, search mini sleeves, and I believe they come in 100 per pack, and you can get these little mini card sleeves that fit perfectly on the mini cards. For the normal size cards here, like for the skill cards and for our structures and the villagers and these skill cards over here, I'm just using perfect fit sleeves that are standard size. I believe I got them on Amazon. I don't remember the brand off the top of my head, but yeah, you can just search perfect fit sleeve, and you'll anyone you pick pretty much should be good. But you know what, guys? I actually think I have the packaging. Hold on, I'm gonna shuffle these up real quick here, and then I'm gonna actually grab the packaging here. Give me 1 second while I grab this. Let's see. Right here. So these are the ones that I'm using. The package is a little bit ripped, as you can see, obviously, but yeah, it's these perfect sleeves. It says KMC up in the top left corner, and then it's got some text in Japanese, I believe. But yeah, it says made in Japan, 100 pieces, standard size, 64 by 89 millimeter, and it says perfect in red. So those are the ones that I use right there. You could search those online if you want to. Again, it says KMC. I'm assuming that's the brand. So yeah, check those out. And those work really, really well for like standard sized cards. I've been using those for all of my standard sized cards for all of my games lately. Cool stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and shuffle up the villagers deck, and then we'll get the board set up, and we're going to jump into it, guys. Get these nice and mixed. One of them took a swan dive out of the deck. There we go. Perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and see what we're going to get on the board from our crops. Oh man, we got snow peas again. I think we got snow peas in that first slot the last time we played too. That's really lucky. We've also got the rhubarb, and we've got the pumpkin. And then for the animals, we've got a duck, a goat, and a cow. Nice, the cow is really good. Provides 5 goods. That's the most of any of the animals that you could get. Then we've got a butter churn for our items. We've got a flower pot. I don't think I've ever seen that one before. And a keg. I don't know if I've ever seen the butter churn either. Interesting. Okay, cool. We got some new ones. For food, we've got a cake. I have never seen the cake before. And coffee. I think we have seen coffee. And then for the slime, we got a small red slime, a small green slime, a small yellow slime, and a large pink slime. And that'll be good to get some gold with. And then for fish, we've got a shad. It's a lake fish. Then we've got an eel. It's a river fish. Can we get an ocean fish too, dude? A minnow, another lake fish. Come on, ocean right here. Let's go. We got a puffer fish. It is an ocean fish. So we got We've got one of each type of fish. That's really cool. We got a couple lake fish out there also. Okay, sweet. So we got the board set up and ready to go. We've got our basic house. We got a Ziggy here. We've got our basic house, a greenhouse plot, our windmill plot, and we've got some garbage in our garden. Weeds and rotten crops. And then we've got coop poop and barn poop down by our barn that we'll have to clean out. And I think we're ready to go, guys. We've got all of our skills over this way as well as our sleep skill. And, oh, one last thing we got to do is give ourselves 1 gold and 1 ruby. You always start with those. So we're starting in year 1, spring of year 1. Let's go ahead and do this, guys. Let's see what we're going to get. Again, remember, we're playing on the sandy farm difficulty. So we need 18 or more hearts. We need at least 18 friendship hearts by the end of the game. So let's see what we're going to get here. Oh, okay, we got little Susie to start. She offers 5 hearts. Now, Susie is really good to get because she gives so many hearts, but she requires a bug, which is a very particular item that you have to get from the Forgeables deck. So we're probably going to want to upgrade our forage skill immediately so that we can get 2 Forgeables at a time. Because if we're not able to get a bug, if we don't get a bug by the end of this year, we won't be able to meet the requirement for little Susie and we'll lose the game. So she's pretty difficult to give her required item, but she gives you a lot of hearts if you're able to do so. Also, she's got a couple of restrictions. In summer, you cannot craft, and fall, you cannot renovate. And she's got 2 of each type of fish, 2 lake fish, 2 river fish, and 2 ocean fish. And she requires 3 gold as a donation. So she's sort of like high maintenance as far as the villagers go. But again, she gives you so many friendship hearts, which is amazing. So that's a big portion of our friendship hearts right there. So I think I'm actually going to pull a second villager for this first year. And we've got Chef Marcus, who offers 3 friendship hearts. So if we need to get 18, that's already 8 friendship hearts right there, guys. We only need 10 more. It is 18, right? I have to like triple check myself. Yeah, it's 18. Wow. Okay, so this is already 8 of them right there. That's pretty amazing. So we're gonna go ahead and try completing year 1 with these 2 villagers here. We could go more. We could flip more villagers, but if you flip too many, it starts getting kind of gnarly because then you get a lot of restrictions and it gets really, really tough. So I find 2 is kind of like the sweet spot. So Chef Marcus is going to want a food item, so we'll have to cook him something before the year's end. In summer, we cannot cook, and in winter, we cannot harvest. And then he's got 2 river fish. He doesn't have any lake or ocean fish, and he requires 2 gold as a donation at the end of the game, at the end of the 3rd year. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys. So we need to start searching for these bugs like immediately. So what I think I'm going to do is go ahead and forage now. And it says that you can gather 1 forageable or harvest 1 crop for 0 time. So we're going to gather a forageable. Can we just do it now? No. Okay, how sick would that have been if we just pull a bug as our first forageable? So we got a birch tree. We're going to chop it down, and it's going to give us 1 material. Next up, I think I want to... I think I want to mine. Yeah, I want to mine, I believe. I want to mine, and I'm going to use the hunt skill to pay for it. We can mine 2 ore, keep 1, and discard the other. We got a stone and a silver ore. I am actually going to... You know what? I think I'm actually going to... Oh, this is actually tough, guys. I'm gonna take the silver. I was really contemplating taking the stone because I'm like, I have this new strategy that I want to try where I take the material from the stone. Let's try it. Let's try it. I don't know if this is gonna be good or not, but I'm actually gonna try it. So I'm gonna discard the silver and I'm gonna take the material from the stone. Hopefully I don't regret that decision, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay. Next up, I think I want to get some crops going here, guys. Maybe get like a fall crop growing or growing. Yeah, let's go ahead and farm. So it costs 0 time. We can water 1 crop, or plant 1 crop. We don't have any crops to water, obviously, so we can plant a crop. I am going to plant the pumpkin, and we'll get that ready for this fall coming up. Oh, also, do we have anything in spring? Okay, good. We have no spring restrictions. We can do whatever we want in spring. I forgot to check that. Then we've got grapes. It's a fall crop. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and use improve, and we can clean 1 light garbage. So I'm going to clean out the weeds from our garden. That's light garbage. So that's going to be -1 star points less that we're going to get at the end of the game. And then we got to decide what else we want to do here. I think I want to fish. It's going to be really hard to get all the fish that we need, especially when there's going to be so many villagers and they're all going to require fish, especially when little Susie is one of them because she has 2 of every fish. So I'm like contemplating if we even want to bother with fishing, honestly. Ooh. I'm actually not 100% sure, guys. I'm not 100% sure. There is something cool that you could do with fish that I literally never do because I always just keep them. You can spend a time when you like for this one, for instance, you can spend a time and then gain a good, and then you just throw the fish in the discard pile. Or like with the eel, you can just gain a good and then throw it in the discard pile. I never do that with them, but that is an interesting use for them. That's pretty cool. So I guess if it's like, if the writing is kind of on the wall and you're like, oh crap, I'm not going to be able to catch enough fish to get more than the villagers, you can actually catch them and then toss them out and like get them for their goods, which I completely forgot you could do. I probably should have been doing that in my other playthrough, so we'll have to keep that in mind. Okay, well, I'm not going to decide on that just yet because I'm kind of like not sure what I want to do. So I'm going to go for livestock skill, collect from 1 animal, then or purchase 1 coop animal. So I'm going to go ahead and purchase this duck up here for 1 gold, and we'll get that down this way. It's going to come into play with 2 goods on it, and we'll get it replaced with a beaver. A little beaver shows up to hang out with the goat and the cow. And then, let's see, is there anything that we could possibly craft? No, we would need a good. So you know what we're going to do, guys? Watch this. Check this out. We're going to fish. I'm going to spend the cook skill in order to pay for it. We're going to catch 1 lake fish. I am going to catch... Oh, but then that's going to cost a time. Okay, this is actually a little tricky, dudes. This is actually a little bit tricky. Screw it, man. I'm just gonna go for it, dude. We're gonna catch the shad, and I'm actually gonna keep it. Maybe we'll actually be able to pull off getting enough fish. We'll see. And then a river trout shows up. So what I was gonna do just now is I was thinking, oh, I can get a good from the fish. Then I'll have a good, and I'll have a material, and we can make the butter churn because it requires 0 produce, 1 good, and 1 material, and we would have got 3 star points. But I would have had to spend my craft card to pay for the good that we would get because you have to spend a time in order to get it. And then I can't use craft to make the butter churn this turn, so it doesn't really work out the way that I wanted it to. So I guess I can't craft anyway, so maybe we should just do it. Yeah, maybe we should just do it. We'll pay the time with craft, we'll get 1 good, and then we'll just toss the fish out. I feel like it's going to be really, really hard to get more fish than the villagers, but hopefully I don't regret my decision. Okay, we'll see, guys. I'm sorry about my indecision in this version of the game. Like on this really hard mode, this is kind of new for me. So I'm like, wow, I'm having to think a lot more about what I want to do here. But we're gonna go with that and see how it pans out. So we're gonna go ahead and go to sleep, and we could sell any number of resources. I'm gonna keep all my resources. Then we get all of our skills back, and then we have to upgrade a skill. But yeah, this is cool. Like, knowing that we're going to have more villagers out in play in order to reach that 18 friendship heart goal, it's really making me contemplate more about what I want to prioritize doing. It's like, do I want to catch the fish and try to catch more fish than the villagers? That's going to be really hard because there's going to be more villagers than normal. Or do I want to toss it out and get the good for it? But then am I going to regret not just catching it? You know, so that like all of that is kind of going through my head right now as I'm trying to figure out what to do, which is cool. It's really engaging. This is fun. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade a skill. I'm going to upgrade forage immediately because, again, we need to get that bug for little Susie. So let's upgrade forage. And now we can gather 2 forageables or harvest 2 crops. It does cost 1 time, though, up from the 0 time that it cost before. There we go. I believe it's 0 time. Yeah, now it costs 1. Okay, and then we're going to move into summer. So in summer, we cannot craft and we cannot cook. So we're going to have to cook up Chef Marcus's meal in fall or winter coming up. So we can't craft and we can't cook. And that's perfect. They're right next to each other. So we'll use those to spend for our other skills. So let's go ahead and forage, and we'll spend cook to pay for it since we can't cook during summer. And we're going to gather 2 forageables, and we're looking for the bug. And we got it with the butterfly. Let's go. And we got another one with the bumblebee. Let's go. Little Susie, we got you covered. We got you covered, dude. Next, we are going to... let's see here. What are we going to do? I think I want to... What do I want to do, guys? I think I want to farm. We can water a crop then or plant a crop. Now, we can't water the pumpkin because it's a fall crop and we're in summer. So I am going to plant the snow peas, though, and get those ready for winter. Both the crops we have in the ground right now will give us 4 produce. That's 8 produce that we have right now, or the potential for 8 produce at least. And then we got a potato to replace it. It's a spring crop that gives you 3 produce. Now I think I want to mine. Let's go ahead and mine. We're going to spend our craft skill to pay for it since we can't craft. And we're going to mine 2 ore, keep 1 and discard the other. So we get a ruby ore and a ruby ore. So we'll discard 1 and we'll get a ruby ore. Amazing. It's always cool to get ruby ore, but it kind of sucks when the one you have to discard is also a ruby. Next up, I want to play improve, and we're going to remove this light garbage, the coop poop, from down this way, like so. So that's 1 less negative 1 star point that we'll get at the end of the game. Next up, I want to play our livestock skill, and we can collect from 1 animal. So we'll collect from the duck here and get a good. And then, or purchase 1 coop animal. There is the beaver out in play, but we don't have any gold in order to purchase them. And the other 2 are barn animals, and they also require gold in order to purchase. So we're not going to purchase any more. The little duck will just hang out by himself down here. And then we're going to fish once again, and I am going to spend hunt in order to do it, and we can catch 1 lake fish. And I guess we'll just go ahead and catch the minnow. We don't have the time to spend in order to gain the good, so we'll just go ahead and catch it. And then we've got another lake fish, a pike, to take its place. Cool. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go to sleep. I think I'm going to hang on to both of my goods. Yeah, I'm going to hang on to my goods. I'm not going to sell them. We're going to get all of our skills back. And then we're going to upgrade a skill. Okay, I've got to figure out what do I want to upgrade here. I kind of want to upgrade fish. I think we might upgrade fish. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade fish. So we're going to get the level 2 fishing skill. Let's go ahead and grab that fish right there. Ooh, or do we want to do farm? No, you know what? I've changed my mind. I want to do farm. I want to do farm. Let me grab back fish. We're going to do farm because we got some crops in the ground. I want to be able to water and harvest in the same turn. And level 2 farming lets you do that. So you get to choose 2 of these 3 options in any order. Water 1 crop, plant 2 crops, or harvest 1 crop. So we're going to go ahead and grab that. Cool. And then we're going to move into summer. So in summer, we cannot... we're moving into fall, rather. In fall, we cannot renovate. So that means that we can't use the improve skill to renovate one of these 3 structures. We don't have any gold right now, so we're a long ways from doing that because each of these requires 6 gold in order to renovate. So we're not even worried about it. Cool, so let's go ahead and start the fall season here. I am going to start out by farming. So we're going to go ahead and play farm. I am going to use the hunt skill to pay for it. And again, we get to choose 2. We can water 1 crop, plant 2 crops, or harvest 1 crop. So since we're in fall and we've got this pumpkin fall crop, I'm going to water it. That's going to give us 4 produce. And then we can also choose to harvest a crop. So we're going to harvest it, and we immediately get this 4 produce. And then this will go up here in the discard pile. Next, we do need to cook because we really need to get this food for Chef Marcus here. So let's go ahead and use the cook action, the cook skill. And I'm going to use improve to pay for it for the time cost. And we can cook 1 food. I am going to cook the cake. We're going to bake the cake. So we're going to spend 1 produce and 1 good in order to bake the cake. And we'll get this down here in our collection zone. And now we've got our 1 food item to give to Chef Marcus. Now it shows a hamburger. You don't have to get literally the hamburger to give to him. It's just a food item. At least I don't think. Because, no, because you see the little hamburger on the back of the food cards? That's like the food icon. So, yeah, you just need one of any type of food, essentially. Same thing with the bugs. You don't have to give little Susie literally a butterfly. You just have to give her a bug, like any one of the bugs. So, we've already got some. And you can see it's got that little butterfly icon on all of them. On the butterfly, on the bumblebee. We just so happened to actually get a butterfly, which is kind of cool. But yeah, you don't need literally the butterfly, and you don't need literally the hamburger. It could be any food. And we got pancakes to replace it. I don't think I've seen those yet. Requires 1 produce and 1 good. The coffee, by the way, requires 2 produce and 0 goods. Okay, next up, we are going to... I think we're going to forage again, and I'm going to use... What am I going to use to pay for this? I'm going to use... I guess I'm going to use craft to pay for it. Yeah, we'll do that. It's getting kind of hard to decide what we want to do. There's only so many things you could do because you can't do everything all in one turn. You got to use some of your skills to pay for the time for the other one. So we can gather 2 forageables or harvest 2 crops. Let's gather 2 more forageables. So we got a dead tree. We'll chop it down and gain 1 material. So we're up to 3 materials. Then we get a second forageable, and it's an apple tree, and we'll chop that down as well, and we'll get 1 material, and we'll also get 1 produce. Cool, so we've got 4 of each of those now. Next, I think I want to mine. Or I'm sorry, fish. Yeah, let's go ahead and fish. I'm going to spend the mine skill to do it. We're going to catch 1 lake fish, and we'll get this pike right here. Like so. And honestly, guys, I'm already regretting having gotten rid of this lake fish for the 1 good, because we would have 3 lake fish right now, and we would actually have more than the villagers. So I kind of regret doing that, but you know what? You don't know until you try. So we'll see. Maybe we'll still turn out to be okay in the end. Maybe this 1 good will actually come into play at some point. And then last but not least, we're going to play our livestock skill. Of course, it costs 0 time. We can collect from 1 animal, so we'll collect from the duck. It's going to go out to pasture here. And then we can purchase 1 barn or coop animal. But again, we don't have any gold to do so. So we're going to go ahead and go to sleep. I'm going to sell 3 produce for 1 gold. Of course, you got your little conversion chart here. 3 produce for 1 gold. 2 goods for 1 gold, or 1 ruby for 1 gold. I'm also going to sell my 2 goods for 1 gold as well. So maybe that extra good did come in handy right there. The fish actually kind of turned into a gold. So who knows? Maybe it'll actually be good. So let's get back all of our skills like so, and we have to upgrade a skill. So every time you get to this point and there's a skill upgrade available, you have to do it. You have to upgrade at least one of your skills, or you have to upgrade only one of your skills. Okay, so we're going to do, let's see, we've got all the requirements for our villagers over here. I think I want to do, I'm going to go for hunt. I'm going to do hunt. I usually don't do hunt early, so we're going to go for that one. So instead of costing 2 time to play, it's going to cost 1 time to play. So I'll go with hunt. And then we're going to move into winter. So we're in the final season of year 1. And in winter, we cannot harvest. So we're not going to be able to harvest the snow peas during winter. But we could do it next year. So let's actually go ahead and... I think I just want to farm now. So let's go ahead and farm now. So again, we could choose 2 of these in any order. Water 1 crop, plant 2 crops, or harvest 1 crop. Now we can't harvest, so we really only have 2 options. So we're going to water 1 crop. The snow peas are a winter crop, and we're in winter. It's the only winter crop in the whole game. So we're going to go ahead and water those, and we'll get the 4 produce cubes on there. And then we can plant 2 crops. So obviously we only have 1 spot free, so we'll just plant 1 crop. And I want to plant a spring crop to get ready for spring of next year. So I'm going to get these potatoes in the ground like so. And that is a spring crop that will provide 3 produce. And then we'll replace it with the tomato, which is a summer crop that provides 2 produce. There we go. Okay, next up I think I want to hunt. Let's go ahead and hunt. And we're going to use improve to pay for it. And we can hunt 1 small slime. And I am going to hunt this yellow slime right here. And I think I'm actually just going to take it down to gain a gold. So now we're up to 3 gold. This is another thing I usually don't do. I usually just get the small slimes in my collection zone because they're worth 2 star points at the end of the game for each different color slime that you have. But I'm going to try something different this time. Then we've got a pink slime out there. Okay, cool. Next up, I think I am going to forage again. It's going to cost 1 time, and I'm going to use the mine skill to pay for it. Taking a different route this time. I usually mine a lot, so I'm trying something different here. Gather 2 forageables. So let's go ahead and gather. We got a blossom tree. We're going to chop it down and gain 1 material. Dudes, we got a lot of materials. It's like the most I've ever had. And then we're going to chop down this oak tree for 2 materials. So we're actually going to replace this, and we're up to 7. And actually, I'm going to replace both of those like that. There we go. We're up to 7 materials. That's pretty crazy. Next, I want to fish. Yeah, we're going to fish, and I'm going to use the livestock skill to pay for it, I think. Yeah, I'm going to use the livestock skill to pay for it. We can catch 1 lake fish, but there are no lake fish, so I'm going to spend a ruby in order to bump this up. We can catch 2 lake fish or catch 1 river fish. So we'll catch a river fish, and we're going to get this trout right here. And we'll catch that down this way, and then we'll go ahead and replace it. And we've got another river fish, the piranha. And then, last but not least, I'm going to craft. We can craft 1 item, and we're going to craft up the flower pot. So it requires 1 produce and 1 material. And we can sell it for a gold, or we can gain 2 star points. I'm going to do something else I usually don't do. I'm going to actually sell it for a gold, and we're going to try to get as much gold as we can as fast as possible. And a loom pops up in its place. It requires 1 good and 2 materials in order to craft. It gives you 1 gold if you sell it, and it's worth 3 star points. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go to sleep. We don't have anything to sell. I mean, we could sell a ruby, but I don't want to. I'm going to go ahead and hang on to it. We get all of our skills back, and we're going to upgrade a skill before the end of year 1. So let's go ahead and get all of our skills out on the table here. And then we're going to upgrade a skill. I think I'm going to go for improve. Let's go ahead and upgrade improve with the goal of getting rid of these rotten crops and barn poop down here. So we'll go ahead and grab improve level 2. So you can renovate 1 structure or clean 1 light garbage. We'll put that there. Okay. That is it. That's the end of the year. So we need to give little Susie a bug. So we're going to give her the butterfly. Again, it doesn't have to be the butterfly. It could be any bug, but we're going to give her the butterfly. And then we have to give Chef Marcus a food item. So we'll give him this cake that we baked. And we'll discard that up this way. And that is it. We have met their requirements. So we're good there. We didn't lose the game in year 1. Let's go, guys. The game continues. So now we're going to move into spring of year 2. And let's see. So we've got 8 hearts from those guys. Remember, we have to hit 18 in order to win. Madeline is going to provide 3 hearts. And we're going to get another one. Oh, man, we're getting a lot of big ones here, guys. And we got Mr. Charles, who's going to give 4 hearts. So that's 7 hearts. Plus our 8 right here is 15. Wow. So then we would just need 3 more in order to win the game. So we're going to go ahead and stick with these 2. Maybe we'll get lucky and get a 3-heart villager in the last year. That is correct, right? We've got 8 plus 4 is 12 plus 3 is 15. Yeah, and then we just need 3 more. Wow. Okay. Cool. Because there are some villagers in here that'll give you 2 hearts, or there's even one of them that gives you only 1 heart, which is pretty brutal. So Madeline is going to want a ruby, and Mr. Charles is going to want a gold ingot as their request. They also have some fish. Madeline has 1 lake fish and 1 river fish. She doesn't have any ocean fish. And Mr. Charles has 2 lake fish, no river fish, and 1 ocean fish. So already the total of lake fish is up to 5 among the villagers. So we would need 6. So maybe I don't regret getting rid of that fish for the good earlier, because that's probably pretty much just a lost cause at this point. We can maybe go for river fish. They only have, well, they've got 5 among them. So we would need 6. That's pretty tall order as well. And ocean fish, they've got 3 total. Mr. Charles has 1. And Susie has 2, but Madeline and Chef Marcus don't have any. So if we got 4 ocean fish, we could score 6 star points at the end of the game. So maybe we'll go for that. We'll see. There's still some more villagers to come out. At least 1 more villager in year 3. Okay, so we'll play that by ear. So what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna try to hang on to my gem. So that we can give that to Madeline, and we'll try to get some more gems if possible to buff our other skills. But we probably should start mining to try to get this gold for Mr. Charles. Also, in spring, we cannot clean and we cannot water. So we can't water our crops, and that really sucks. I wanted to water these potatoes in spring. Mr. Charles, why are you doing this to me, dude? And also we can't clean, but we're fine with that. We've cleaned up all the light garbage, so we're good there. Okay, so I think first thing I want to do is mine. And again, we can't clean and we can't water, dude. What? You gotta be kidding me, bro. So I'm going to get rid of improve. And we're going to mine 2 ore, keep 1, and discard the other. We got a ruby and a gold. And oh my goodness, it is very tempting to take the ruby. But we need the gold for Mr. Charles. So I'm going to just take the gold. I hope I don't regret that. But we need that by the end of the year. Otherwise we lose. But man, rubies are really good. Oh man, you know what? You know what, dudes? Oh, but what if we don't draw another gold? No, I'm going to keep the gold. I'm going to keep the gold, man. I'm going to play it safe. I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to play it safe. I really want to take the ruby, but we'll just play it safe. Next up, I'm going to... I think I want to farm. We can't water, right? Yeah, we can't water, but we can plant and harvest. So I'm going to go ahead and farm. And I'm going to spend the cook skill to do it. So we can choose 2 in any order. We can water a crop. Again, we can't do that. We can plant 2 crops or harvest a crop. So I'm going to harvest the snow pea. So we get our 4 produce, and then we can plant 2 crops. So I'm going to plant, let's see, we're going to be moving into summer. So I guess we'll go ahead and plant the tomatoes here, like so. There we go. And we'll replace those with eggplant, which is a fall crop that gives you 3 produce. Nice. Okay, next I think I want to forage again. Actually, I want to hunt. I want more gold. So we're going to hunt, and I am going to use, you know what, guys? I think fishing might be a lost cause. I think it might be a lost cause. I'm actually going to use fish to pay for it, and we can hunt 1 small slime, and I'm going to hunt this green slime here and take it down for 1 gold. Like so, and it'll get replaced with a red slime, a small red slime. Next, I'm going to forage, and I'm going to use livestock to do it. And we can gather 2 forageables or harvest 2 crops, so we'll gather 2 forageables. We've got an earthworm, nice, another bug, and we've got a cherry tree that will give us 1 material and 1 produce. Like so. And then we're going to craft as our final action of spring in year 2. And I want to craft the keg right here. So it requires 3 produce and 2 goods. So we'll get rid of 1, and then this will go down to 1 of these and 2 of these. Cool. And then we get the keg, and it requires no goods. And we can either sell it for 2 gold, or we can keep it to gain 4 star points at the end of the game. And I think I'm going to just keep it for the 4 star points. That seems pretty dang good. Then we'll flip over the aquarium. You get 1 extra star point per fish you have at the end of the game, up to a maximum of 5. We probably won't purchase that. And if we do, we'll probably just sell it for the gold. Because I think finally we're not going to go for fish. I think fish is a lost cause in this game. So let's go ahead, and mainly because of little Susie, dude. Having 2 of each fish is just so gnarly. So at the end of the turn here, we're going to go to sleep. I am going to keep all of my stuff. We're going to get all of our skills back, and we have to upgrade one of our skills. Let's put this here, and this down here, and we're starting to amass a few level 2 skills now. We've got 4 of them. So now I got to figure out what I want to upgrade next. I think I'm going to upgrade mining. Yeah, let's upgrade the mining skill, because I say it all the time. Level 2 mining is just so much better than level 1. Let's go ahead and get it. Perfect. We're moving into summertime. And in summer, we cannot gather, which means that we can't play forage to gather forageables, but we can harvest crops with it at least. So in summer, we just can't gather. All right. And we've got all the requests met already. We've got the ruby here for Madeline, and we got the gold bar, the gold ingot or gold ore rather, for Mr. Charles. So we're good there too. So let's go ahead, and I think I want to mine and try to get some more rubies so that we can boost some of our skills. I'm going to use forage to pay for it, I think. Yeah, let's use forage to pay for it. We can mine 3 ore, keep 2 and discard 1. So we got stone, ruby ore, and copper ore. I'm actually going to discard the copper ore. I'm going to keep the ruby, so we get a ruby. And I'm going to get the stone, and we're going to get 1 material. So we actually go up to 6 materials now. There we go. Okay, next up, I'm going to hunt. It's going to cost 1 time, and I'm going to pay for it with the cook skill. And we're going to hunt a small red slime, and we're going to get the 1 gold from it. So we go up to 6 gold, like so. And we're going to replace that with the blue slime, small blue slime. And then I want to improve. So we can renovate 1 structure. It costs 1 time. I am going to spend fish in order to pay for it. Fish is just going to be a fodder card for us at this point. We can renovate 1 structure. I'm thinking about renovating the greenhouse plot because I've never done it. So it's going to cost 6 gold. And let's see what it's going to give us here. It says greenhouse. When you play the farm skill, which is this bad boy right here, you may water 1 additional crop no matter the season. Oh, baby, that's insane. Oh, that's insane. Okay, well, we're farming immediately. Let's go ahead and farm. We're going to get rid of, I guess, craft? No, because we don't have any gold to purchase any animals if we play livestock, and we have no animals to collect from. Yeah, so we're going to use livestock to pay for the farm skill. So we can water a crop, and again, it says when you play the farm skill, you may water 1 additional crop no matter the season. So we're not in spring, but we can water the potatoes anyway, which is insane. So take that, Mr. Charles, dude, because we couldn't water in spring last time. So we're going to water the tomatoes since it's a summer crop and we're in summer. That'll get 2 goods on it. And then because of our greenhouse, we can water the potatoes also, even though we're not in spring. Dude, that's really good. That's cool. This is the first time I've ever used this. That's really, really cool. Awesome. So we can water a crop, and then we can plant 2 crops or harvest a crop. I am going to harvest the potatoes. And we're going to get 3 produce. Dude, that's amazing. That's really good. And then I want to craft, but can we actually craft anything? No, because all of them require 1 good and we don't have a good. Oof. Okay. Maybe we do want to go fishing and get one of these fish for their good, like the piranha or the eel or something, maybe. Okay, so that's the end of the year. We're going to go ahead and sleep. I'm going to sell this 3 produce to gain a gold. And that is it. We're going to get all of our skills back. And then we're going to go into fall of year 2 here. So we're now past the halfway point officially. We've got all level 2 skills right here. Okay, and then we've got to upgrade one of our skills. I am going to upgrade... Dude, I think I might want to upgrade farm now that we've got the greenhouse down here. Choose 2. Water 2 crops. Plant 2 crops. Harvest 2 crops. Oh my god. We're going to do that, I think. I'm going to get rid of farm skill level 2, and we're going to get level 3 farm. The only thing is it costs 2 time, which is pretty gnarly. Oof. Okay, we might want to start upgrading cook to level 3 so that we can get back some time cards that we spend. That might be a play. We'll see. Okay, so now we're moving into fall. In fall, we have absolutely no restrictions. We can do whatever we want in fall, guys. So I think what I want to do first is... I mean, I kind of just want to farm. Like, really bad. Really want to farm. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to... Check this out, dudes. I'm going to play Improve, right? Costs 1 time. We're going to use the fish skill to pay for it. I'm going to boost it with a ruby. And it says, renovate 1 structure for -1 gold or clean 1 heavy garbage. I'm going to clean the rotten crops heavy garbage out of our garden. So that's -3 star points that we're not going to get at the end of the game now, which is awesome. And... it also freed up another slot in our garden so we can plant an extra crop. So now I want to play farm, our brand new level 3 farm skill. I've never got this skill before, I don't think. I think I've only ever gone up to level 2 with it. We need to get rid of 2 cards in order to play it. So I'm going to get rid of cook, and I'm also going to get rid of livestock, I think, in order to pay for it. Ooh. Actually, no, because these all cost 1 time. Which one do I want to do the least? Probably... hunt. I'm going to get rid of hunt. We gained our gold in order to upgrade, to fix up one of our, renovate one of our structures here. So we don't really need hunt that much right now. So we can choose 2 in any order. Water 2 crops, plant 2 crops, or harvest 2 crops. So the first thing I want to do is plant 2 crops. So I want to plant, let's see, we're in fall. I want to plant the eggplant like so. And I also want to plant the grapes. So we'll get both of those down here. Dude, this is going to be crazy. We're going to be farming like crazy. Then we've got a watermelon that shows up. That's a spring crop, and it provides 4 produce. And then we got lettuce, which is a fall crop, which is going to provide 2 produce. Cool. And so then we can choose one more of these. So we planted 2 crops. Now we can water 2 crops or harvest 2 crops. I am going to choose to water 2 crops. So we're going to water the eggplant since we're in fall here. So we'll get 3 of those produce cubes on there. And then the fall crop grapes, we can water those as well. And we'll get 2 on there. Now, again, you can water one additional crop no matter the season, but all of our crops are watered. Now what we're going to do is we're going to play forage. And I am going to get rid of... I think I'm going to get rid of craft to pay for it. And we can gather 2 forageables or harvest 2 crops. So I'm going to harvest 2 of our crops. I'm going to harvest the eggplant. So we'll get 3 right there. And I'm also going to harvest the tomatoes, and we'll get 2 more right there. So this is actually 6 total. So we've got 7 total. Dudes, we are rocking and rolling right now. And we have 6 materials. We got a lot. We got 6 materials. We got a lot of resources right now. And then finally, to round out the fall season here, I'm going to mine. And we're going to mine 3 ore, keep 2, and discard 1. We got silver ore, gold ore, and copper ore. We'll go ahead and drop the copper, and we'll keep the silver and the gold. And let's see, we've got 2 gold so far. Okay, so 1 more gold would give us a set, but we've got to give one of those gold to Mr. Charles. So we actually technically would need 2 more gold. Okay, nice. We're going to go ahead and go to sleep. I'm going to sell 6 of my produce, I think. Yeah, I'm going to sell 6 of my produce for 2 gold. So we're up to 3 gold now. Because we got to keep in mind, too, we have to keep up with the donations that we're going to have to give to these villagers. And they require a lot, dude. 2 gold from Madeline, 2 gold for Mr. Charles, 2 for Chef Marcus, and then 3 for little Susie. So that's 9 gold already right there. So we need to start planning ahead. Cool. We're not going to sell anything else. And we're going to get all of our skills back. And we're going to get this Ziggy hair out of here. And then we're going to upgrade a skill. Here we go. Got level 1 right here. Level 2s. And our level 3 farm down this way. Okay, what do we want to upgrade now? Now, we're about to move into winter. And in winter, we cannot cook. So we got to keep that in mind. I think I might upgrade improve again. What happens if we upgrade forage to level 3? Gather 2 forageables and harvest 2 crops. Oh my god, that's insane. We're going to level 3 forage. Dude, we're just gonna like farm like crazy this game. We're gonna plant tons of crops, harvest tons of crops, and get lots of forageables. Okay, this is gonna be nuts. All right, so that's it for that season. We're moving into winter. Again, we cannot cook. Mr. Charles won't let us cook, dude. I don't know what his deal is. He will not let us cook. He's a jerk. All right, he's a jerk in winter. Okay, so let's get some more stuff in the ground, I think, dudes. I think I want to farm, and I'm going to get rid of cook, and I'm going to get rid of probably livestock. Maybe improve. I'm going to get rid of improve. So we could choose 2. Water 2 crops, plant 2 crops, or harvest 2 crops. I want to plant 2 crops. So I want to plant, let's see, we're in winter. Oof. It's not the best thing, really. We're going to plant the rhubarb. It's a spring crop. We get to replace it with something. A fall crop, the beets. And I'm going to also plant the watermelon, which is a summer crop. There we go. And then it says that we can water 2 crops or harvest 2 crops. Now, I want to choose to water. Now, we can't technically water the rhubarb because it's a spring crop or the watermelon because it's a summer crop. But with the greenhouse, when you play the farm skill, which we just did, you may water 1 additional crop no matter the season. So I'm actually going to water the watermelon because the season doesn't matter, even though we're in winter and it's a summer crop, thanks to the greenhouse. We're not out in the elements, we're inside of the greenhouse, so we can water it. Cool, so we got that watered. So that's our 2 choices there. Now I want to go ahead and forage, and I'm going to use the fish skill to pay for it. And now with our level 3 forage, dude, we can gather 2 forageables from the forageables deck and harvest 2 crops. So we're going to gather 2 forageables. We got a stone here that we'll get a material from. So we're up to 7 material. And we've got a pine tree that we'll chop down for 2 more materials. So now we're up to 9 materials. We need to start crafting some stuff, guys. We got lots of materials here. And then we also get to harvest 2 crops. So we can harvest our watermelon and our grapes and put those down here. And this is going to equal 6. So we'll turn that into a yellow cube. And we've got 7 produce down this way. Awesome. Next up, I think I really want to craft, but we need goods. We need goods. So I think now is the time to play our livestock skill, because without goods, we can't craft any of those items. So we can collect from one animal, then or purchase one coop or purchase one coop animal. So I'm going to spend 1 of our 3 gold. We'll go down to 2 gold. And I am going to purchase the beaver, the only coop animal out in play right now, for 1 gold. It's going to come into play with 2 goods on it. So we'll be able to get those one of those goods next turn, and then hopefully craft something. And it'll get replaced with another barn animal, a pig. So we're probably going to want to upgrade our livestock skill at the end of the season. Next up, I am going to mine, I think. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and mine. And it doesn't matter which one we use here, because if we spend the hunt skill, we'll have craft left over. But as I just explained, we can't craft any of these things because they all require 1 good and we don't have any. Or if I use craft to pay for it, we have hunt left over, but it costs 1 time and then we don't have anything else left to pay for it. So it doesn't matter which one we use. We'll just discard craft. We get to mine 3 ore, keep 2 and discard the other. We got silver ore, copper ore, and another copper ore. Since we do already have a silver, right? Yeah, we've got 1 silver. Yeah, I'm actually going to dump 1 of the coppers, and we'll keep a copper and a silver. So now we effectively have 1 copper, 1 gold, but we've got 2 silver. Cool, and then the hunt skill is left over, and again, we can't use it because it costs a time. So that is the end of the season. We're going to go ahead and go to sleep. I'm going to sell my 6 produce here for 2 more gold, so that's going to put us up to 4 gold. Like so. At least we're making money off of our produce that we're growing here. And that is it. We're going to get all of our skills back, and then we have to upgrade one of our skills. There we go. And it's probably going to be livestock. So I'm actually going to, I'm going to hang on to this one. We'll go ahead and put it over this way, and we'll get the level 2 livestock skill. Like so. Cool. And then we have to meet the requirements or the requests of our villagers here, since we're at the end of the season. So Madeline wants a ruby. Boom. There you go. She's got a ruby. And then Mr. Charles wants a gold ore. And there you go, Mr. Charles, your gold ore right there. And we've got 1 left over for ourselves too. Cool. All right. We met the requirements of the villagers. They have been appeased. They are satisfied. And let's move into year 3, spring of year 3. So again, let's double check our hearts. We've got 4 plus 3 is 7, plus 3 is 10, plus 5 is 15. So we've got 15 hearts, and again, we're trying to hit 18 hearts. So let's go ahead and flip over a villager here, and we're hoping for 3. Yes, we've got Blair. I've never seen Blair before. Cool. She gives 3 hearts, and she wants a slime. She's got 1 of each type of fish, which we don't care about. We've given up on fishing for this run, and she requires 1 gold. Okay, good. So not as high of a donation requirement as the rest of the villagers here. So this is it. That's going to reach our 18 heart goal that we're going for. So we're just going to have Blair here in this final year. In spring, you cannot purchase. So that means that we can't purchase any barn animals, or coop animals, which kind of sucks because we just upgraded our livestock skill, but it is what it is. Okay, so let's see. What do we want to do here first? I think I want to farm. So let's go ahead and farm. We're going to use fish, and we're also going to use our livestock skill, I think. Yeah, because we can't purchase. So we may as well go ahead and use our livestock skill. No, because we could gather, or we could collect. I'm going to use cook. I'm going to use cook as the other card to pay for the time requirement for farm. So we could choose 2 in any order. Water 2 crops, plant 2 crops, harvest 2 crops. I want to water 2 crops. So we're in spring. So we can water the rhubarb. We'll get 2 cubes on it for produce. But then we've got a summer crop and a fall crop. So I'm actually going to use our greenhouse to water 1 additional crop no matter the season. And I'm going to water the watermelon. And it's going to get 4 produce on it. And then we can plant 2 crops or harvest 2 crops. I'm immediately going to just harvest both of these crops. and this equals 6. So we actually get a gold cube. So we're up to 7 once again. And that was the watermelon and the rhubarb. So those will go over here. Like so. Amazing. Dude, farm level 3 is absolutely insane. That is freaking crazy. Next up, I definitely want to play livestock skill so that we can gather some stuff. So I'm going to get rid of improve in order to pay for it. Collect from 2 animals. So we'll collect from our beaver here. And then it says that we can purchase 1 Cooper barn animal. But again, in spring, we cannot purchase because that's the restriction Blair has on us. So we can't purchase. So we'll just hang on to our beaver. But we do have our good down here. So now I definitely want to craft. So we can craft 1 item. And I want to craft the butter churn here. So it requires 1 good and 1 material. So 1 good. And then we've got 3 materials here. So we'll get 2 back. We'll get change. And we're going to get the butter churn. And it's worth 3 star points at the end of the game. So we'll go ahead and snag that in our collection area. And we've got the spindle to replace it. It requires 0 produce, 1 good, and 2 materials. You could sell it for 1 gold and it's worth 3 star points. Next up, I think we got to figure out which one of these we want to do. We can only do 1 of these. We can only do 1. Should we just hunt and get it out of the way? Probably. Let's go ahead and hunt. And it doesn't matter which one we spend because we're not going to be able to play the other one anyway. So we'll spend forage. We can hunt 1 small slime. So we'll go ahead and hunt this small blue slime. And we have met the requirement for Blair for the end of the year. We just have to have that slime and it gets replaced with a large purple slime. And that is it. We can go ahead and go to sleep. I'm going to sell our 6 produce for 2 more gold. So now we're up to 6 gold. Like so. Up from 4. We get 2 more gold. So we go up to 6. Again, we're going to need 2, that's 6, 9. We're going to need 10 gold at the end of the game. So we're making our way there steadily. And then we're going to return all of our skill cards back. And we're going to upgrade a skill card. Got a level 1 cook. Got fish. We've got craft up this way. Okay, let's get these down this way. Nice. Okay, now we upgrade a skill. What should we upgrade? We're getting ready to move into summer and we cannot plant. Oof. That sucks. That really sucks. Yikes. Okay. So we're not going to be doing much farming in summer, unfortunately. Do we want to improve? Let's see. I want to get rid of that other heavy garbage. Does this cost 2 time? It does. I think we're going to do it, though, because it allows you to get rid of 1 heavy garbage without having to spend a ruby, and we don't have any right now. I mean, I guess we could go mining, but yeah, I'm just going to go for this. Okay, we're going into summer. Again, we cannot plant. After this, in fall and winter, we have no more restrictions. We're good. Blair just has spring and summer restrictions, so we can do whatever we want for the rest of the year. Okay, so no planting. We could still water and harvest, though. We could still do that. But you know what? I think I just want to go ahead and play improve and get this out of the way. So it's going to cost 2 time. I'm going to use fishing and cooking to pay for it. We can renovate 1 structure or clean 1 light or 1 heavy garbage. So we're going to clean up the barn poop heavy garbage. And now we're not going to get any negative star points at the end of the game. You know, it would be cool to get like a really high score, like star points wise, but this run, I'm mainly just trying to not lose. Like, I'm mainly just trying to make sure that we're able to fulfill all the requests and get all the required friendship hearts in order to technically win the game. So, yeah, if we get a high score, that's just a bonus, but I want to try to make sure that we, you know, at least win the game so that our score even matters at all. Next up, I want to, I think, play the livestock skill. So that's going to cost 1 time. And I am going to actually use farm to pay for it. We can collect from 2 animals, then or purchase 1 Cooper barn animal. So we're going to collect from the beaver, get the good from it. It will go out to pasture. And then we could purchase 1 Cooper barn animal, and I think I might actually do it. It's going to cost us a gold to do it, but I think it'll be worth it. So let's go ahead and spend 1 gold. We go down to 5 gold. And I am going to purchase, the pig right here. It is a barn animal that comes into play with 3 goods on it. Like so. There we go. Okay, and then it's going to get replaced with a chicken, which is a little coop animal that costs no gold, and it gives you 1 good. It comes into play with 1 good. Next up, I want to craft. So let's go ahead and craft. I am going to craft, let's see. I am going to craft... I'm going to craft the spindle. So it requires 1 good and 2 materials. So 1 good, 2 materials, easy peasy, and it's worth 3 star points. So we'll go ahead and snag that. We're going to try to get as many star points as we can from crafting stuff in this last year here. It's replaced by a wine barrel that gives 3 star points, 1 gold if you sell it, and it requires 2 produce, no goods, and 1 material. And then finally, we're in kind of the same predicament. We can really only play one of these. We got to figure out which one we want to prioritize. I think I'm actually going to mine. So let's go ahead and mine. Doesn't matter which of these cards we use to pay for it because they each cost 1 time, so we won't be able to play whichever one is remaining either way. And we can mine 3 ore, keep 2 and discard the other. We got a ruby ore, a gold ore, and a ruby ore. My goodness. It is very tempting to grab this gold. Because we've got, how much do we have? Do we just have the 1? I think we just have 1. Yeah, we've only got 1. Ooh. I think I'm actually just going to toss the gold then, and I'm going to take both the rubies. Yeah, we'll take both the rubies, and then we can power up some skills with those in the next season. So that's it. We're going to go ahead and go to sleep. I don't have anything that I want to sell. We're going to get back all of our skills and then upgrade one. And we're getting close, guys. We're almost to the end of the game here. I hope you guys have enjoyed the playthrough so far, man. Again, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, if you want to watch more Cozy Oaks after this playthrough, be sure to check out my Cozy Oaks playlist on the channel, or just search Game Night Cozy Oaks in YouTube, and I'm sure you'll find it. They'll all pop up. Cool. But let's go ahead and finish this one out here, guys. So we have to upgrade one of our skills. I think I want to go after... what is level 2 craft? Does it let you craft 2 skills? It does, dude. Craft up to 2 items. That's actually insane. That's actually really good. Would we even be able to? We would need more produce. I think we might be able to pull it off. I'm without having to go through all of it in my head and spend too much time thinking about it. I think we should be able to pull it off. Let's try it. If not, it is what it is. But we're gonna try. All right. So let's go ahead and move into fall again. Blair only has spring and summer restrictions, so we're good for the rest of the year. No more restrictions. Let's go. So we are going to. I want to farm. Let's go ahead and farm. It costs 2 time. I'm going to use improve and fish to pay for it. So we could choose 2 in any order. Water 2 crops, plant 2 crops, or harvest 2 crops. Let's go ahead and plant 2 crops. I am going to plant this lettuce right here, like so. We're going to replace it with peppers, which is a summer crop. And I'm also going to plant the beans, which is a spring crop, but I've got a plan here because we've got a greenhouse now. And then we got cauliflower, which is a spring crop that we replace it with. That would have been good to have right now, but this is still good because this gives you 4. This gives you 3. It's only 1 less, so beggars can't be choosers. It's still going to be really good. And then we can water 2 crops or harvest 2 crops. So nothing to harvest because nothing's watered. So we're going to water 2 crops. We're in fall, so we're going to water the lettuce and the grapes because they're both fall crops. They each get 2 goods on them, or 2 produce rather, not goods. And then because we've got the greenhouse and we played the farm skill, we can water an additional crop no matter the season. So even though this is a spring crop, the beans, it doesn't matter that we're in fall. We can still water it, and we get 3 produce cubes on there. Cool. So we plant the 2, water 2. So then next what we're going to do is we are going to forage, and I am going to spend 1 time to do it, and I'm going to spend the cook skill to pay for it. And I think I'm also going to boost it, guys. I think I'm going to boost it. Do I want to boost it? Harvest 3 crops or harvest... You know what? I think I'm going to spend a ruby, and we're going to boost it. Harvest 3 crops or gather 3 forageables. We're going to harvest 3 crops. So we're going to harvest literally all of our crops. We just farmed like an absolute lunatic, dude. That was insane. So we made up for last season. There we go. Let's see. This is 3. So that's a silver cube. I think we're going to end up with 2 gold cubes. And then this is 3 more. So that's another silver cube. And so we've got 4 silver cubes. And each of those, 2 of those, will equal 1 gold cube. So dudes, we've got 12. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm putting these in the wrong spot. Uh-oh. Wait, how much did we just have, guys? Oh, no. I put it where my gold was. I'm such a goofball. I'm such a goofball. Crap. Wait, I gotta subtract what we just got. We had 12 right here, and we had 2, 2, and 3, so that's 7. So we had 5. My bad. We had 5 gold. I'm trying to give myself a bunch of gold. We had 5 gold and we got 7 produce just now. Yeah, so we get a 6 and then 1 right here for 7. Okay, we should be good now. My bad. We should be good now. So we got the 7 produce down. I was about to say, wait, I've got 12 produce? No, wait, that's gold. What am I doing? Okay. Then next up, I do want to get some goods, but man, we need more goods. I'm going to play our livestock skill. I'm going to get rid of mine to do it. We're going to set up the craft in winter, I think. I think that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to get rid of mine to do it. So we can collect from 2 animals. I'm going to get 1 good from the pig. And then we could purchase 1 Cooper barn animal. This is very risky. I don't know if I should purchase one. I'm just going to get the chicken for 0 gold. Yeah, we'll just purchase the chicken for 0 gold. And it's going to come into play with 1 good on it. And we'll replace that with the rabbit. And then last but not least, we're going to hunt. And I'm going to use our craft skill to pay for it. And I'm going to boost it with a ruby. And we can hunt 1 large slime. So we're going to take down this pink slime. And it's going to give us 3 gold. So we'll replace this with this. And now we're up to 8 gold. And how much do we need, guys? 3, I think it was 10. 6, 9, 10. Yeah, so we need 2 more gold. Let's go ahead and replace the slime. We got a yellow slime, a small slime. And that is it. That's the end of the season. So we're going to go ahead and go to sleep. I think... Do I want to use my stuff for gold? I probably just should. I probably should, but then it kind of messes up our plan to craft 2 items. We need the gold, though. I'm going to sell the 6 produce here to get 2 more gold. So these 3 are a silver. So we've got 10 gold. So that's it. We need 2, 4, 6, 9, 10. Okay, good. So we're going to be able to pay off our donations to the villagers. I'm going to keep everything else. And then we're going to set up our skills. So we've got level 1s up here. Okay, there we go. Only 2 level 1 skills left, which is good. It is the end of the game after all, to be expected. There we go. And then we can upgrade a skill 1 final time before we move into winter of year 3. What do we want to upgrade is the question. What does craft level 3 do? Craft up to 2 items or craft 1 item and gain both the gold and the star value. Huh. That's pretty cool. I don't really want that from any of the ones that are out in play necessarily, so I'm not going to get it. What happens if you boost it? Craft up to 3 items? Holy crap. That's insane, dude. That's awesome. I'm debating on whether or not I actually want to do that. How many fish do we have? Because the aquarium is worth 1 star point for each fish that you caught. We only caught like, what, 2 fish? 1, 2... Oh, 3. It's worth 3? Should we try that, dude? Oh, we don't have any gems. I would have to mine into one in order to get it to work. I think that's too risky. I think it might be too risky. Yeah, it's pretty risky. I think I'm going to upgrade hunt and... No, because even that's not that great. I'm not sure what to upgrade, guys. I'm really not sure what to upgrade. What about level 3 livestock? What would that do for us? Oh, it would cost 2 time. No, that's brutal. Do all of these cost 2 time? The craft doesn't. Cook would cost 1. Catch a river fish. Mine 1 ore. Maybe we go for cook? Nah. Screw it. I'm going for level 3 hunt. I'm just going to go for level 3 hunt. We're at kind of a tough intersection here in the game. So now we're going to go to winter. Again, no restrictions in winter. We could do whatever we want. So we pretty much met the requirements, guys. We're going to get the 18 friendship hearts in order to meet that requirement for the friendship hearts. Also, we've got the 10 gold to pay for their donations. So we pretty much already won the game. We're not going to lose. We're just trying to figure out how to maximize our points here. So, let's freaking go. We basically won the game already. We just got to maximize our points now. I think I really want to craft more than 1 item, but we need more produce in order to do it, I think. Or we actually need another good. So let's do livestock skill. And we're going to use, what are we going to use to pay for it? We're going to use improve to pay for it, like so. Collect from 2 animals, then or purchase 1 Cooper barn animal. So we're going to collect from our pig and our chicken. We get 2 goods. Chicken goes out to pasture. I am going to purchase the rabbit just because. It costs 0 gold. It comes into play with 1 good on it. We won't be able to make use of it, but we may as well just get it. Why not? It's fun. Then we got a chicken to replace it. A little coop animal costs 0 gold. Gives 1 good. And then next, I think we can craft now. I think we can craft 2 items. So if we play craft and it costs 1 time and we use, let's use fish to pay for it. It's been weird not fishing. All the other times I've been fishing like a madman. So now we can craft up to 2 items. So we want to craft, let's see, we want to craft the loom. So it costs 0 produce, 1 good, and 2 material. So this is going to go down to 4 materials. So we get the loom. It's worth 3 star points. Then it gets replaced with the iron fence here. Then we can craft the second item, and we're going to craft the we're going to craft the aquarium. I'm going to craft this is tough, guys. I'm going to craft the wine barrel. So it requires 2 produce, 0 goods, and 1 material. So we're going to do that, and then we'll get the wine barrel. It's also worth 3 star points. Okay, there we go. So we crafted our 2 items. Awesome. Next, I want to... I think we got to think about this pretty long and hard here. If we farm, we could plant 2 crops. What could we plant? We're in winter. We're only going to be able to really harvest 1 and water 1 with our greenhouse ability, so that's probably not that great to farm. I think I would rather mine then in that case. Yeah, let's go ahead and mine, and we'll spend farm to pay for it. Mine 3 ore, keep 2, and discard 1. We got a copper, a gold, and another gold. So let's see, how much gold do we have, guys? Just the 1, I think? Yeah, just the 1. So we're going to keep both the gold. So that gives us 3, and then we'll dump the copper. Okay, nice. We got our 3 gold, so that's going to give us 5 star points at the end of the game. And then I want to hunt, and we can hunt 1 small slime. So I'm going to hunt, let's see, do we even have any slime? I don't think we do. Oh, we got a blue one. Do we have any other ones? No, we got a blue one. So we'll hunt the small red one. So that's going to be worth another 2 star points. And then we'll replace it with a small green slime. And then last but not least, I'm going to play forage, and we're going to spend our cook skill to play it. And we can gather 2 forageables and harvest 2 crops. So we don't have any crops to harvest, but we'll gather 2 forageables. And we get another bug. That's amazing. That's like the best thing we can get. If we can get 1 more, dude. No freaking way. And we got a ladybug. Let's go. That's so lucky. Okay, we're going to go to sleep. We're going to sell our 2 goods, I guess, for 1 extra gold. I don't think this is going to matter, though, in the grand scheme of things. No, it's not. We're not going to gain any extra points, but we'll do it anyway. Why not? Cool. Then we would get all our skills back, but this is the end of the game, guys. This is the end of the game. So we need to give Blair a little slime here. So we're going to give her a slime, and that's it. We've met her requirements. And now we move into the end of the game here. So let's go ahead and double check and make sure we did everything. So for the villagers, we had to meet their requests. We did. We met all of their requests. Their friendship hearts. Let's go ahead and triple check ourselves. Oops, I just knocked a little piggy. Let me grab this little cube too that fell off the table. There we go. Let's go ahead and triple check the friendship hearts. So we've got 3 plus 4 is 7, plus 3 is 10, plus 3 is 13, plus 5 is 18. And that is what we're going for Sandy Farm is 18 hearts, which is the hardest mode in the game. So we did it on our first try. Also, in addition to that, the seasonal restrictions, we dealt with all of those throughout the game. Then the town donations. So we need to pay off the donations. And once again, it was 10 gold. So 3 plus 2 is 5, plus 2 is 7, plus 2 is 9, plus 1 is 10. And we've got 6 plus 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10. So we've paid off the town donations. So we're good to go there. We got 1 lonely gold left over. And then the fishing score. We already know that we didn't score that, but we'll go ahead and double check anyway. So let's just see the amount of fish that we would have needed. So for lake fish, we needed 1, plus 2 is 3, plus 1 is 4, plus 0 is 4, and then plus 2 is 6. So we needed 7 lake fish because you have to have more than the villagers, and we had a whopping 2, the pike and the minnow. So we're not going to score any points for the lake fish. And then for the river fish, we needed 1 plus 0 is 1 plus 1 is 2 plus 2 is 4 plus 2 is 6. We needed 7 of those as well, and we only had 1, the trout. And then last but not least, for ocean fish, we needed 1 plus 1 is 2 plus 0 is 2 plus 0 is 2 plus 2 is 4. So we needed 5 of them, and we caught none. We only caught 3 fish the entire game, so we're not going to score any points for fish. You don't lose the game if you don't have more fish than the villagers. You just don't score any points for them. And then after that, that is it. You go to the end game scoring, guys. So let's go ahead and grab the rule book and check the scoring sheet at the end for the end game scoring. You score 1 star point for every 2 gold the player has on their sheet. This is what I was mentioning just a couple minutes ago. It doesn't matter that we sold our 2 goods for this last gold because we only have 1 gold, and you score 1 point for each 2 gold that you have. So unfortunately, that gold doesn't do anything for us. Then you score 2 points for every different colored slime in your collection, and I believe we just have the 1 since we gave little Susie that other one. We've got this blue slime, and that is it. So that's going to be 2 points. So we'll keep track of our points with these cubes here. So we've got 2 points. Then next up, after the slimes, you score star points for each crafted item in your collection. So we crafted a lot of items this time. So let's go ahead and check those out. So we've got the wine barrel for 3. So we're going to go up to 5 here. We got the loom for another 3. We've got the spindle for another 3. We got the butter churn for another 3. And do we have any more? We do. We've got the keg for 4. Let's freaking go. Boom. And I think that might be it. Yeah, man, we made a lot. We crafted a lot of items. So let's go ahead and neaten this up. So these 3 ones, these 3 brown cubes are actually a silver cube. And then every silver cube is worth 3. So 2 of them is worth 6. 2 of them here worth 6. And then these 2 also worth 6. So we're up to 18 points currently right now. So then after that, after the crafted items, 1 point for every food in their collection. I don't think we have any food in our collection. No, we don't. We just made that 1 food and we gave it to Chef Marcus, I believe, the cake, right? And then we score points for however many fish we have. If we have more fish, again, we already went over that. We're not going to score any points for fish. And then we score points for our sets of 3 copper, silver, and gold ore. I think we just have the gold ore. So we've got 1, 2, 3. So that's going to be 5 points right there. So we'll add 5 more points to our score. So we go up to 23. And then we've got 2 silver ore and 1 copper ore. So we almost had enough for the silver, but these are going to be worth no points on their own since it's not in a set of 3. And then if a player has bugs in their collection, you count how many, and they'll gain the star points based on the amount. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you've got 4 or more, that's worth 8 star points. So we get 8 more star points. So we get a 6 and then 2 1s. And we can actually get rid of these 3 1s for a silver cube. And then the 2 silver cubes can turn into a gold cube. Cool. So we've got 6 times 5 is 30 plus 1 is 31. And then last but not least, guys, you get star points for each renovated structure on their farm. And we renovated the greenhouse, so that's worth 5 more points. So we get a 3 and then 2 more. And these 3 will turn into a silver. And then these 2 silver will turn into a gold cube. And then finally, negative star points for any garbage on their farm. And we don't have any garbage on our farm because we cleaned it all up with our improved skill. So we've got 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36 is our final score right there. And let's go ahead and check and see where that puts us. 36. We are a farmhand, so we got the 3rd one up. So honestly, guys, for our first try at Sandy Farm, I'm actually really pleased with that outcome. 36 is not bad, man. So we got the farm hand tier right there. Cool stuff, dudes. We played on the hardest difficulty mode in Cozy Oaks, and beat it on our first try. Let's go, dudes. That was super, super fun. Hope you guys enjoyed this playthrough, man. If you did, be sure to hit the thumbs up like button, hit the red subscribe button, and click the bell so you can stay notified every time I upload brand new videos. And I'll have plenty more Cozy Oaks playthroughs coming to the channel. Like I mentioned a couple times in this video, be sure to search Game Night Cozy Oaks on YouTube, or just go to my channel and check out my my playlists. And I have playlists for all the games that I play, and you can find Cozy Oaks and binge watch all of those playthroughs if you want to, and more will be added over time as I continue playing the game. I will definitely have more Cozy Oaks on the channel. I am absolutely loving this game. So thank you guys so much for watching, man. One last little plug here. If you want to become a channel member and help support the channel and help support what I do and have more videos come out on the channel on a regular basis, you could support me by becoming a channel member and hitting that join button down below. And there's a couple of tiers that you can pick, either Squire or Knight, and you get some cool perks with those, including some emojis. So if you want to join in on that and help support the channel, I would highly appreciate it. And my camera literally died right there at the end while I was talking about the channel membership, so it overheated. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, man. I'll be back soon with some more solo player tabletop games here on the Game Night YouTube channel. And until then, have a good one, and I'll see you guys in the next video.